What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and enjoy some Canadian memes. It is time, once again, to take a look at some funny, random internet pictures with text on them. All about Canada. And to be honest, you never really know what you're going to get with the Canadian memes, but I think that's all part of the fun. So let's see what we can learn about Canada today through the memes, starting with why do Americans freak out over us Canadians having bagged milk? There's a picture of, just look at it. I want to slap it. That's what it makes me want to do. It says, who the heck bags milk? Is that Americans? Who the heck bags milk? And then, who the heck brings guns into Walmart? Oh my God, wait a minute. Oh my, is that the Uno reverse card? Oh my God. So, is that Canadians' response? When Americans say, who bags milk, you weirdos? You're just like, who brings guns into Walmart? Well, they sell guns at Walmart. Do they do that in Canada, by the way? So, yeah, I guess maybe us Americans need to get our priorities in order, where we're like, bagged milk is so weird. Why are you so weird? And it's like, we have our terrible healthcare system and gun policies, and yeah, that fair enough. Let's keep going here. Thought I got a ticket, but then I realized I live in Canada. Nice car. Any Canadians out there? Is this a common occurrence? I'm willing to believe some extent, like the stereotypical Canadian niceness, politeness, that the Canadian communities are, very supportive and people are respectful, but is it to this extent where you get a piece of paper on your car that it just says nice car? You got a nice car and I'm going to let you know. Eh? So, this would certainly never, ever happen in America. That's amazing. Yeah, I would think it's a ticket. I would never expect the old nice car. What is this? Oh my God, what is this picture? It's a bus colliding with a car. It says, only in Canada do the buses apologize for the accident? Oh, you can see. What? On the bus, it says sorry. How is the bus doing that? Even the bus, maybe Canadians do leave nice notes on each other's cars. If your buses are apologizing, like, are they alive? How are they? The more I think about this, the more I just scratch my head. Like, huh? How's it saying sorry? How? That's very nice. It crashed into that car. That'd make it a little bit better, I guess. Very Canadian. Most Canadian bus I've ever seen. What is this? Canada looks really broken. My goodness, this is a bad. This meme is like 2 pixels. Is this from 1940? Like, oh my gosh. This is a map of Canada. It says Canada looks really broken. Like the top part of Canada, like the northern Canada that's like in a million pieces. Yeah, I guess you could say it looks broken. You okay, Canada? Then it says, we are slowly trying to distance ourselves from the US. Piece by piece. Touche. Fair enough. Is that what Canada's doing? Just slow. I never knew. I thought Canada was just in a bunch of little islands that nobody inhabits. It's Canada slowly just trying to get away from the United States, get further north, piece by piece. Okay. Only in America. Let's all get along like they do in Canada. Oh wow, is this actually a real billboard? because I wouldn't be surprised. Is this, who paid for this? Because it's a very nice message. See, this is truly what Americans think about Canada, like genuinely. Like most Americans have a very, very positive idea, if not a little stereotypical assumptions about Canada. A very, very positive idea of Canada for good reason, but we'll even put up billboards. I've never seen one like this, or who paid for it, but I'd love this. Let's all get along like they do in Canada. Wow. That's beautiful. Okay. Then the complete opposite. The Purge, Canada. Darn the police. This is as chaotic as it gets in Canada. That's what the meme is saying. This is peak Canada chaos. Has everyone out there seen The Purge, the movie? Where it's an alternate reality where once a year for like one night, everyone gets to, crime is legal, and everyone gets to murder each other, and it's not against the law. Purge. In Canada, this is what would happen. Terrible graffiti. Darn the police. And this says, sometimes Canadian stereotypes piss me off. But then I remember that a moose walked into a grocery store in British Columbia and had to be lured out again with an apple. This, yeah, I mean, this is true. This does absolutely no favors for Canadian stereotypes. Like, wait, it's not like we have moose in our grocery stores, and then it's like, oh, dang it. All right. You got us. How did a moose get in, and how is the moose... See, I picture moose as much more dangerous. This guy's like 3 feet away from the moose, beckoning it with an apple? How do you have the gall to do that? Do Canadians just have some kind of relationship with the moose, an understanding that I don't comprehend? Like, this seems terrifying. This moose are huge, right? Anyway, I'm getting a little lost in the details there, but Canadian police don't use dogs. They use Canadian geese. What is going on here? This picture is amazing. This is what I mean by how you never know what to expect with Canadian memes. Canadian police don't use dogs. They got the Canadian Geese Task Force. Look at them all standing in such an orderly line. But I've seen videos of Canadian geese. They're not friendly. They're not, I wouldn't have thought they're trainable. You know, I no redeeming qualities at all, really. Terrible creatures. But apparently, Canada is using them to counter the forces of evil, even though they themselves may be a force of evil. It's better to have them on your side than your enemy, I suppose. What the heck is going on here? What the heck is this? This is a minivan on fire, and a moose, and some little mooses sitting in a swimming pool watching the minivan that's on fire. Okay. There is a lot to discuss here. It's the American-Canadian border. Yes. Yes, that's perfect. That's too perfect. What the heck? The American-Canadian border. The American side, that's everything that represents America. Just a car on fire. Nobody doing anything to stop it. And the Canadian side is just Canadians, moose, just relaxing, watching the dumpster fire in progress. Wow. What is ice hockey? And then this person replies, people on knife shoes fighting over the last Ori. Wait. Huh? What is ice hockey? It's people on knife shoes fighting over the last Oreo, I think. Is that is that what the puck is? If you've never seen ice hockey before, you could interpret it this way: people skating around on pointy shoes, knifey shoes, fighting over the last Oreo, which is the puck. The last Oreo. That's good. Let's have a game of Spot the Canadian, shall we? Oh my god. I swear, every time I look at Canadian memes, there's one like this. I don't know what is going on in Canada. I don't know what's going on with Canadians. You worry me sometimes with these pictures. How are how are you just standing in the dead of winter, in the cold, in shorts and a sleeveless shirt, laughing? She looks like she's chuckling, having the time of her life. What? Someone explain these photos to me, because this is not just a one-off scenario. There's a lot of photos like this of Canadians just like walking around in the winter with like summer clothing. I don't get it. I don't pretend to understand. It's impressive, honestly. Meanwhile, in Canada, hit the brakes, eh? This one, okay. This is like dad humor. There's always one. Hit the brakes, eh? The stop sign's like broken. It's rusted off. Someone just wrote, "Hit the brakes." This is so Canadian. So Canadian it almost hurts. What's funny is no one has fixed it. Like, how long did this sign just sit here where no one wanted to fix it? They're like, I understand. This is as good as a stop sign for me, as for Canadians. Hit the brakes, eh? Very good. What the heck is this? What am I looking at? An icicle? It was so cold. Even our ghost froze. What? Oh my god. This is only in Canada, truly. Truly. This should just say only in Canada. The ghosts freeze. I'm just impressed by this icicle. Like, genuinely. It looks like a hand, an arm. It's really just cold weather in Canada. The ghosts start to freeze. That's crazy. Okay, that's funny. And finally, we have... this is interesting. It's a mug full of little pancakes. Pouring, not beer, but the syrup. It says, "Is this what it's like to get drunk in Canada?" like this is what you start seeing? You guys are so drunk? Or is this what Canadians give each other to get drunk? What is this? It actually, is it just me, or this actually looks pretty good? Like, it'd be frustrating to eat it. I know I'm getting way too, like, too literal here, but how would you eat this? With a fork? How would you get all the way to the bottom? I don't know. It's tasty. It's very Canadian. Do you just tip the mug up and just pancakes? You just got to open your mouth and catch the pancakes. And if you fail, that's on you. You're not a real Canadian. Is that? Why is syrup coming out of that beer bottle? How? This looks so tasty, and yes, yet so frustrating to eat. And possibly a Canadian alcoholic drink. But with this, I think this is a good place to stop. That's the end. Before I get any more confused by the Canadianisms, the Canadian memes, I have to say, this is very enjoyable. Very random. Very fun. And I think I learned a thing or two about Canadian culture. Also, it just left me a little more confused, but that's okay. That's okay. I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like, or leave a comment with your thoughts on these Canadian memes. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and learning things about Canadian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.